Is this it? Is this the tiny little pebble? Is this the bottom of the Jenga block that you pull out that topples the NFA? I don't know. Maybe. Let's talk about it. So, guys, fantastic news. This is a case that just dropped within the last week that says that this man can have a machine gun. And better yet, it says that banning machine gun possession is unconstitutional. We're going back to freedom, boys. We're going back to freedom. Okay, that's what this is. Alrighty, guys, let's just take a look at this news story that makes me just so elated and happy because soon, my friends, unrestricted machine gun access could be ours, and this could be the beginning. All right, let's just jump into this. Let's just jump into this news story, guys. U.S. judge tosses machine gun possession case, calls ban unconstitutional. A federal judge has dismissed charges against a Kansas man for possessing a machine gun, saying that the prosecutors failed to establish that a federal ban on owning such weapons is unconstitutional. Now, some of you might be like, well, but I thought the NFA was the law that makes it unconstitutional. But that is where you are wrong, my friends. You see, this is the first time that this has ruled since the U.S. Supreme Court in 2022 issued the Bruin decision. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Bruin decision was, I'll break it down real simple. Easy. Text, history, tradition. Those three things are what you have to look at and decide whether or not a law today has a equivalent basically in the past. So around the time of the ratification of the Second Amendment, we have to look at the years surrounding that at that time. Are there any laws that are either equal to or close enough to a law that is currently on the books today that you can say, hey, look, this is what was in enforcement back then, and that's why it's okay to have that law now. If it doesn't exist back in the 1700s, then today it would be unconstitutional. It's as simple as that. And there were no handgun bans. There was no, machine gun bans. There was no registering weapons. None of those laws. There was no permits to carry a gun. So those are unconstitutional too. Now, what that means is that any law that is challenged right now basically has to go through Bruin, and you have to look at text, history, tradition, and that's what they did here. They went and they looked and they're like, well, we don't see any law that is equivalent that says machine guns were banned. So this is unconstitutional, and this is fantastic news. The machine gun and Glock switch are bearable arms within the plain text of the Second Amendment. The prosecutors pointed to laws from the 1700s and 1800s barring the use of dangerous or unusual weapons, but Bromes said that those historical examples focused on their use to terrorize the public, not simply possessing them in the first place. And it seems like the court basically agreed with him because, guy got let go, said it was unconstitutional. Now, I am so excited for this because, well, what does this mean for us? Quite simply, this basically just means, hey, look, going forward, it looks good. If this judge ruled that machine gun bans are unconstitutional, and he didn't even really, as far as I've seen, they didn't even say, hey, it's only unconstitutional in this context. It's just blanket statement. Now, does this mean you can go out and get a machine gun? No. This was specific and very narrow to this guy. So it doesn't mean you get to go out and buy a Glock switch. Sorry, guys. Trust me, I wish. But what it means is there's a slow chipping away of these machine gun bans. We are already seeing bills introduced for national concealed carry. We're seeing challenges to suppressor bans. We're seeing challenges to, I think there's a challenge to the 1986 machine gun ban that makes it so, hey, new machine guns are going to be able to be made. But I am so looking forward to. I'm honestly hoping that within the next 5 to 10 years that the NFA is completely stricken down, because it is completely unconstitutional, especially if we utilize Bruin. So I am very looking forward to this. What do you guys think in the comments down below? Do you think that this is the tiny little block at the bottom of the Jenga tower that we pull out and it starts the process of everything falling apart? Or do you think that this is going to be one of those cases that is narrow and specific to this individual and it doesn't actually go anywhere? Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And let's just keep winning, guys. Let's just keep seeing these constant one after another wins in the courts. Make sure to like and subscribe so that way you can see whenever I post a new video. I'll see you guys next time.